Hi guys, I'm finding that I actually have some time this Sunday, so I thought that I would make the first in a series of videos about yoga and some functional stretching, just to optimize your body. We all deal with lots of aches and pains. Those of us that don't use our bodies very much, and even those of us like myself that use my body a lot, I find that I'm always having to loosen something, whether it's my neck, or my knee or my hip. There's always something going on, and so it's good to just learn these tools so that you can kind of check in with yourself and loosen that tension as you go about your day. So this is just going to be about some neck stretching. I'm just going to show you one of the things that I do throughout my day to relieve some of this neck and upper back tension. This is where I store most of my tension, and as you learn more about your own body, you'll grow to understand where you particularly store your tension. So this stretch, it's going to stretch the sternocleidomastoid, so that's the muscle that rotates the head. It's also going to stretch this big sheet muscle called the platysma. Platysma means sheet, so it actually starts from the jawline and goes all the way across down to the shoulder. When you make this kind of face, it's kind of weird, but that's when you can really see that muscle up here. So this stretch is going to work on that as well. The levator scapulae, so it's a skinny muscle that assists the trapezius in elevating the shoulder blades. And as you can imagine, that can get overused pretty easily because it is so small and so twitchy. So the stretch will work on that too. And then the final muscle is the scalenes. There are 3 of them, and they're deep inside the neck. So this is kind of like the Bermuda Triangle of the neck. Massage therapists really got to know their stuff if they're working on you here. But this muscle, it's deep, so as opposed to the superficial platysma, it's really deep in the neck, and it starts from the cervical vertebrae, and it attaches on the first and second ribs. So it's really far in there, and you can feel it if you turn your head. So there's your SCM. Back here's your trapezius, so it's that space inside, and likely if you push on it right near the clavicle, it's going to hurt. So let's start out. I'm going to tilt my head to the left. I'm going to depress my right shoulder, and I use my hand like I'm pushing into an imaginary yoga block, and then I keep the tension that way. So I'm going to start by just rotating my head in this little 90-degree range. And I'm doing that to just warm things up, gradually lengthening these structures. And pushing the shoulder down is really important because some of these muscles that I just talked about have insertion points on the scapula. So pulling that down is adding to the stretch. The other attachment points are either on the head or the upper cervical vertebrae. And so we want to really distance those 2 attachment points. So I do this a few times. Then I'm going to keep my head over to this side. I might support my cheek just so that I don't strain anything. And then I'm actually going to rotate up, so I keep the tilt, but I'm going to just pivot my head, and you'll find that that changes the stretch dramatically. Then I will reaffirm the push down with the hand and the shoulder. So right in here is where I'm feeling all the sensation. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but I'm going to hold it for at least 20 seconds. Try to breathe in a relaxed way if possible while you're doing this. All right, and then do the other side. So just to even things out a little bit, don't want to be asymmetrical. Depressing the shoulder, tilting the head, and starting out with just that little 90-degree movement pattern. You don't want to go past front because then it's not a stretch for that side anymore. So I'm going to stay over on this side, do about, I don't know, at least 5. And then next time my head is over to the right, I'm going to keep it there, push the shoulder down, maybe support the head, and then pivot it. And you'll find that that really isolates those upper fibers of the SCM or sternocleidomastoid in a way that is very hard to do otherwise. So breathing, being okay with it being a little uncomfortable. And I would honestly do those at least a few times a day, especially if you have any type of occupation where you either use your neck muscles. Sometimes breathing actually will recruit these muscles to lift the rib cage, so that's one way. But also if you work at a desk, you're probably going to crane your head forward. and you'll inwardly rotate the shoulder, and all those motions are connected. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully be coming out with more soon. Thanks.